What's up and welcome back to Nap Time Builder. It's me and the 55, okay? That's what we're doing. We still got a bunch of parts on the ground, but not as many as we started with, so she's looking better. I mean, she's a little dusty. She could use a wipe off, okay? She could use a wipe down, I know. But if you watched the last video, which I just finished like 15-20 minutes ago, then I got the new brake booster and all that. Had to drill the holes, put her in place. We got a rod down there, not a pedal just yet. And we did the rear disc brake conversion on the 9-inch. We did not, at this point, it is not plumbed because we're waiting on parts and all that. So we're waiting on some hoses, stuff like that. So if they come in before this video, or before it gets posted, then it'll get plumbed. If not, then it won't. I mean, you know, it's just, I gotta keep things a-moving here. But this video, what we're working on, well, I'd like to say the hood and the fenders, make them all green, maybe the doors, you know, we could see more of it green, but in all reality, we need to sand that firewall, paint it gunmetal gray. We need to sand this interior, paint it gunmetal gray. We need to paint them sand them inner fenders, the radiator support, and the grill way back over yonder behind the hood, and paint them all gray. Alright, y'all, I'm covered in daggum dust, particles, whatever. But there's an inner fender, there's an inner fender, there's the radiator support, and over there, hanging upside down, is the grill. So I'm about to wipe these down, then we'll mix up a little paint. Hopefully I can get 2 coats on them and let them sit overnight. So I'll try to give you a shot after I get some coats on. It's a little dusty up in there, see? But wipe them down, mix some paint, see what we can do. Try not to get warped because I think my wife wants me to come in pretty soon. Probably like 30 minutes ago, but I was trying to get this done. So we'll see. Alright, y'all. I got overspray all over me. I was a dummy and didn't put my suit on. And then she put out more overspray than I have up to this point. And I can see some runs from here, so it's terrible. It's dark up in here. See them runs? Well, it's just terrible. I'm glad that's on the daggum inside fender. This side looks pretty good though. I believe this is the engine bay. So the other side will be hidden from the tires and everything. Oh, got to run there on the engine bar. Shit, right there. But she's looking decent. I guess not terrible for a man's first time ever doing it. Unfortunately, this grill is a lot more pitted than I would like it to be. But I didn't want to have to put an inch of daggum Bondo on everything just to get it smooth, so. I'll come out in the morning, take these down, and then I guess in the morning, well, like I said, we'll take them down, bring them in, take that off, sand the firewall, blow out the inside, sand it all a little bit, tape all this, spray it. And then I'm not exactly sure. I ain't never taped off a vehicle well, I ain't never painted a vehicle, so I ain't never had to tape off one like that. But I imagine I can tape off around the rim here and have the plastic back that way. That way I can just hit all this. But the whole inside, I'm about to have one side open, so I guess I'll tape off one side and just go in from one side, spraying that way, and then working my way out. I'm not really sure. I'll figure it out though. I mean, I don't know if she'll look good, but she'll be done. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. What's up, y'all? It's the next morning. Done did our homeschooling and got the kids over to Nana and Papa's, and well, they gonna have a fun day with Nana and Papa. And Daddy gonna have a fun day working on the 55, I guess. As beautiful as she is. But yesterday, painted them parts. Left them in here to do the thing overnight, and guess what? See that runs? See them runs? That's terrible. Terrible. This side looks pretty good. This will be the actual engine bay side. The other side that had the runs on it, that's actually inside the fender well. This one right here actually has 2 runs right there. But the fender well side on this one looks good. So, and there's our radiator support. Looks pretty good. It's dark up in here. We'll get them out here in just a second. I love the grill on these, but dadgummit, this thing was pitted, man. So obviously she ain't gonna look perfect, but she's a lot better than she was. So I guess I need to find a spot to put these, because we're about to start. I gotta take that brake booster and everything off, the firewall, sand the firewall, clean out the inside of the cab, start sanding stuff there, and then we can start seeing what we got to do to tape that thing off to get done what we got to get done. Where do I put them painted parts though? All right, got her parts consolidated a little bit here. That way I could put her painted parts over here. Well, that don't look too bad for an old beginner. You know, never done it before. That's the one with the runs right there, but luckily that is the in the fender well, so not as worried about that, thankfully. There's a grill. She ain't perfect. Like I said, there's little pinholes, little dings here and there. Everything was covered in rust and pitted on this truck. I've replaced a few panels, but it was only ones that I just absolutely had to. Some other panels has got little dings that I missed during body work, and I'm sorry, but the pittedness, I just didn't feel right sanding it down and then putting like an inch of that gum body filler on the whole thing just to get it smooth. So there's gonna be little dings here and there, and might be a little pitting in places that I'd cleaned out and painted over. You know, I mean, she ain't perfect, but she a heck of a lot better than she was. And I'm trying to keep telling myself that. Now would be another good time to tell y'all, this is the first time I ever done this, so don't be hating, okay? Hopefully the next one is better, then the next one after that is better and better and better, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a lot of projects waiting, and you know, they fighting to get up next, okay? Blow out the inside, sand it down a little bit, wipe it down, Now I'm not worried about the floor because it'll be covered in sound deadener. Honestly, I'm more worried about the dash, up the pillars, across, the roof, and probably down to about this bar here. All the rest of this is going to be covered for sure. There'll probably be a small gap somewhere there between carpet and headliner pillar stuff, but we at least want here up painted and then the dash up painted on the inside. Like I said, not worried about the floor. Then of course the firewall. That's what we're worried about. So I guess I need to start sanding and cleaning, and then it'll be the fun task of figuring out how to get this thing taped up. That way I can get in and do what I need to do and not get gray paint, gunmetal gray paint on my daggum green. All right, well, I've been sanding a little bit. Got the firewall sanded down. I blew it off. I ain't wiped it off yet. I'm gonna wipe it off when I get it in the booth. Got this whole side taped off, windshield taped, back window taped, around the door, sanded in here. Like we said, mostly worried about the dash, pillars around through here. We'll end up having a headliner. Sanded a little bit around the back window and stuff like that. Not worried about the floor. Pretty much from here up, I'm just gonna hit it and dash up in the front. This is the way I'm going in. And, we're just hoping and praying that she's taped off good enough. That we don't get no gray on the green. So, I guess let's push this thing in and see how it goes. Alright, y'all. So, obviously, I just painted it. It's still like soaking wet, okay? I'm a little scared because I believe some of my tape came loose during the process, so I wanted to go ahead and get it apart as fast as possible. It's gonna need wet sanded when it's all said and done anyways. But I figured go ahead. Well, I'm sorry, looking a little crazy. I got her untaped and all that. She's looking pretty good. Not too shabby. A little dark up in there. She ain't all the way dry or nothing like that. A little tacky. But I think I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more. And I'm gonna go eat some lunch and come back out. Probably grab these two doors and give them a little light sand down. Take them in the booth, paint the insides of them charcoal gray. And once that is done, I can flip them over, wipe them down. By that point, I'll be done with the gray. And when I wipe them down, I can go ahead and get a couple other parts sanded down, get them in there also. We can paint some multiple parts green and go back with all that. So let's give that a little time. I'm gonna go eat. Okay, not that I need it, but you know. I think there's some ice cream in there too, so we'll see y'all. All right, well, unfortunately, it looks like we did get a little overspray. Our tape must have came loose. A little overspray here and right around in here. Looks to be the most of it that I've noticed so far. Oh. But hopefully once she's all said and done, we can give it a good wet sanding and take care of any of that. But now I guess I need to grab a door, throw it on the sawhorse here and start doing a little sanding on it. Hopefully we can at the very least today get the gray on the inside of the doors. That way tomorrow, at the very least, I can work on going back to my green and start working on the rest of the stuff. I would love in the next couple days, at the very least, have this thing completely painted, but the way my work goes and all that, we'll see how that goes, I guess. Alright, y'all. Oh, dang, where'd that come from? Anyways, covered in sweat. Apparently a little paint too. Even though I was suited and booted. But, sanded on the doors. Blew them off. Got them in here. Wiped them off. She's still... Look at that. That smells lovely. Have any headaches later, it's probably just right there. I mean, I had a respirator on, but smelling it now, you know. So here's what we got. The inside of them looking good. Oh, yeah. Now, I pretty much got that sprayed on just in time. I gotta take my gun apart, clean it up. I cleaned the paint cup up. But got that apart just in time. Alright, my bad. Got that sprayed just in time. Gonna let it dry overnight. Because I don't have time today to do any more anyways. So I'll just leave it dry overnight. And then in the morning, ain't a whole lot on there, just a little bit. But in the morning, I'll come out and flip them over. Well, obviously, look at them. But then flip them over, try to put something soft under. That way it don't gouge up my fresh paint. Anything. And flip them over and wipe them down. And before I spray those tomorrow, or honestly, I guess I could go ahead and spray them first thing. Let them be dry while I'm sanding on some of this other stuff. They'll already be pretty much ready to go. I know one thing, I've been going through some daggum lacquer thinner through this whole process. Let me see, I had one, two, and then I went to buy more. Oh, maybe three, and then I went to buy more. Because I had one to begin with. I ordered one, it wasn't gonna be in here on time. So then I went and got one. So there's 3. Then I went to Home Depot and they had like 3 cans that were like this right here. So it was like $7 off because the cans was lit up. So I got 3 cans for the price of 2 basically. So, but I got 2 more cans in there to open up and I just emptied this one. I'm hoping them last 2 cans gets me through the rest of this process. I mean, my goodness, they gonna start putting me on a watch list or something as much as I've been going through lacquer thinner. That's crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll catch back with you in the morning. What's up, y'all? Got a super late start today. Like, it's already like right at 3 o'clock, which is about 3 hours late compared to what I would usually do. So I don't have a whole lot of time today. But yesterday we did paint the inside of the doors and they're dry. I've already flipped them over. They're just waiting to be wiped off and painted green on the outside. I got my tables, racks, and everything set up in here. About to start grabbing parts, sanding parts, and fit everything I can in there. I'm at the very least gonna, the 2 panels right here, they go on either side, on both sides of the grill support, the radiator support. Those will be going in. My roll pan for sure. At least 1 fender. And I'm just gonna get as much stuff in there as I can. I ain't gonna be able to fit it all. The hood's not going today, and honestly, I'm probably gonna end up painting the bottom side of the hood that gray also. I forgot about that. But I'm gonna fit everything else that I can in there. Alright, y'all, it's that gum Saint or Dusty up in here. It's ridiculous. So I got pile getting even smaller. Here's what we got going on. I've been sanding like a dadgum madman. As you know, we had the doors over here. Got my 2 side panels that goes on each side of the radiator support. There's my 2 running boards. I'm gonna shoot the bottom of them first. That is passenger side fender, gonna shoot the bottom of it first. That is my roll pan, shooting the bottom of it first. So this is what we got going on at the moment. About to come in here, wipe everything down, make sure there ain't no particles left on. I've already blew it off, and I'm gonna wipe it off. Make sure everything's good. Speaking of paint, I gotta open that new can of green. Hopefully it's right, because I ain't even looked at it. I mean, it said it was right, so hopefully it's mixed right. But, that's what we're doing. Try my best on that, not to shoot any of the, not to get down and shoot the sides, just all from the top. I might go and throw a little bit of tape right around here on that inside lip. That way I don't get any on the inside there. Well, I got it all wiped down. Our compressor ain't completely full, but she ain't kicked on yet. But just shook up the new color, or the new paint. About to mix it up a little bit more with the stick. Mix this stuff up, pour it in the gun. Go lay a coat down. Honestly, it'll probably only get me about, 8 pieces in there, 2 doors, roll pan, 2 front pieces, 2 side steps or whatever, and there's something else. 2 doors. Oh, fender. So 8 pieces. This probably won't even get me through 4 of them, but it might, depending on which ones I start with. But I'll have to fill the gun up like 3 different times to get 2 coats on all this. And since it'll take so much paint to do majority of them, then they'll definitely be ready for a second coat by the time I get back around and start the process over again. It's only supposed to be like 10-15 minutes before you put your second coat on, according to the regulations on the can. So I guess let's where do I throw that? Oh yeah, I threw it away. I got to go grab a new one now. Alright y'all, I'm covered in sweat and well, she's just getting too late in the day, but I got her 2 coats on. Here's what we got. By far not perfect. But a million times better than she used to be. So, I gotta work some overtime tomorrow night. With that being said, I'll get up tomorrow about lunchtime. Come out here, look at everything, most likely take the doors out of there. I may even go ahead and stick them on the hinges. Check her other parts, flip them over. Try to get 2 coats on them. And I may or may not sand a couple of these and throw in the places of the doors when I do that. I'm just hoping this 2nd gallon of green is going to be enough to finish this mug up, because I really don't want to have to order a 3rd one, you know what I'm saying? But we'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm wore out. I gotta go get cleaned up. Ready for supper, baby. Fat boy hungry. Alright y'all, it's the next day. I told you I was coming out here early. Well, about lunchtime, and it's about lunchtime. But I've been out here for about an hour, okay? Trying to see what some things are gonna look like. I'm getting tired of them parts just laying over there. You know, I had a couple that was painted and was lovely. So I'm kind of curious what this under the hood's gonna look like, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Here, let me just show you. Look at it, baby. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Don't pay attention to the frame and subframe and everything down there, because she dusty, okay? She need wiped off with some water and a rag, or sprayed off or something. But what? I kind of like how that gray goes with that green there. Boy, looking good, looking good. But if you remember from, you know, seconds ago, before I just did that, we got parts in the boots. And, well, I guess we need to go see what they're looking like. Ooh, she ain't perfect, but boy, they're looking better, looking better. Oh yeah, I can see some little small indentions. I don't know if it's in body filler or what. Oh, is a deck in something. She's looking good though. Not terrible for a first timer. And we just ain't doing it. We're trying to get her better looking, but on the road is the key, okay? So we want her to look better, but getting back on the road's gonna be the biggest win here. You know, and not completely rusting all the way down to the ground. About to pull the door out, give it a full look over, and then I might mount the doors up, keep from having to lay them down over there and possibly getting dented or scratched up or anything. You know, they ain't perfect, but we ain't trying to go backwards. We're moving forward. So let me look into that. Ooh, look at her. Now the rest of her is dusty as crap. But door still needs to be adjusted some. But she's mounted anyway, so There's another look at that under the hood. It's gonna look like. I like it. Look how. Well, I couldn't have went no lower with that, huh? There's her other door mounted. She's a little closer to being right, but still needs more adjustment. But now it's time to flip these parts. Get it out just a little bit. Flip them parts. Now we can separate these now. That way I can get maybe a little better around them. There's a roll pan. And I'm going to set you down for this. All right, there she is. All this needs a good wipe down. Then I can mix some paint up and come in here. Give all this a couple coats. And then tomorrow I'll be able to start putting some of this on. I might go ahead and start sanding on these today if I can get paint thrown on them and still have enough time to do anything. But that's how we're going right now. Wipe them down, mix up some paint. Might want to let that air compressor build up. Yeah, should have done that while I was piddling around. So, I'll hit you back with an update. Alright, y'all, I've been doing a little painting. I got my couple coats on. Now she gonna be steamy. So y'all make sure you're wearing your respirator. Come on now. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at her, baby. Like we talked about the pittedness, okay? Can't do nothing about that unless you're gonna throw enough paint on it to smooth her out. But looking pretty good though. I feel like we're getting a little bit better with a gun. I feel like one of my biggest things I need to get better at now is the body work. You know, be a little bit more, just look at that, that's purty right there, right? Woo-wee, boy. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting better with the gun. But, biggest thing is next time around, we're gonna have to be a little bit more, OCD with the body work. I let a few things slide that I shouldn't, obviously. I kind of felt like the little small things would get covered up, leveled out. They didn't. Definitely got to get better with the body work. But if any of y'all's been around since the beginning of this thing, I'm gonna try to put a picture of it right here. Okay. This thing was absolutely terrible. Like rust, pitted. It's terrible, man. Terrible. So I mean, it's gonna be a million times better, but it's not gonna be perfect. I ain't gonna be able to take this to a daggum car show and win first place every time. I'll just go ahead and tell you. But she's looking a lot better than she used to. But with that, look y'all, we painted the firewall, painted the inner fenders, painted the dash, painted the inside of the cab, got the doors painted, put them on, hung the inner fenders, radiator support, hung them, got them on there. The only part that I have that is painted and dry and not on the truck at this moment is the grill, because there ain't nothing to hang it on right now. Otherwise that mug be on there too, I just go ahead and tell you. Woo! We're making progress. I'll come back for the next video and see some more. I hope y'all like seeing this 55 come from where she was at to what she's gonna be. She was terrible and rusted and rotted. We're just trying to get her to pretty decent. As long as she a 15, 20 footer, I'll be okay with it, you know. If you closer than 15, 20 foot, you too close to my truck anyways. Bag it up, pump the brakes, put it in reverse, Terry. We'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching Naptime Builder. I really appreciate it. Love y'all. Hit that like button. Share, subscribe. Look, we're on TikTok. We're on YouTube, which is where you're seeing this at. We also, I'm trying to get more active on Instagram also. Trying to get more active. I keep forgetting about Instagram so much. We'll catch y'all next time. With that, we're out, y'all. Take it easy. Hey, go get you a junk vehicle, cut the side of it, throw it up on the shit or on the shop wall. It's good decoration. See y'all.